it's a Super Sunday, and if you know, you know.
You know.
So the first match on this Super Sunday, clearly we are opening the fixtures with Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. So it will be Chelsea versus Arsenal.
Against Arsenal.
Arsenal are the league leaders
Arsenal.
as we speak. Arsenal are coming from thrashing Nottingham Forest 5-0
As you speak.
in game week 15. The same Arsenal in the Europa League, they won by a solitary goal to 0.
They kept a clean sheet.
They are facing a Chelsea which in game week 15 lost miserably to Brighton by 4-1. The same Chelsea came and redeemed themselves in the Champions League against Dynamo Zagreb by winning by 2-1. Two new signings scored. Raheem Sterling and Zakaria. Pogba, what are your honest thoughts? What do you think? How do you think this game will fare up? Or can you start by telling us what's the history between these teams? Previously, how have the results fared up?
50-50. Last time in the preseason, Arsenal won by 4-0. Arsenal won by 4-0 against Chelsea.
It was a humbling experience, but we accept.
And there's a period in between, actually, when the league started last season, of course. Chelsea won by a solitary goal, and then they drew.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's a crazy one. But now coming back to this fixture, Arsenal so far they have been very much impressive.
Sure.
But sometimes they tend to make some small mistakes, especially when they're playing against big side. You saw the mistakes they made against us, Manchester United.
I remember.
Although they were the better to win, but they tend to make some small mistakes, of which I believe if they make those mistakes against a squad like Chelsea, they will be punished. But on the other side, coming to Chelsea have been struggling to score goals. Am I correct with that?
Yeah. We are not consistent with scoring goals.
Yes, they have been struggling to score goals. I feel like the coach somehow, like I said in our last preview, is playing, let me say, I've seen fans complaining about that, playing players out of position. They're asking him, please, Mr. Graham, stop playing players out of position. Imagine Sterling as a wing back.
It is what it is.
So, Kazipo.
So, looking at this fixture, it always has a lot of emotions because, first of all, it's a London derby. So, it's a derby of who owns the town. Will London be painted blue at the end of the night, or will London be painted red? So, that's the question. Though currently we all know that England is red because Arsenal are on top of the table, and
it is what it is.
It is what it is. So this is a match whereby how we are looking at it. First of all, injury status at Chelsea. We seem to be having an issue with our backline. They tend to be getting more of the injuries. We remember that by now we all know that Fofana has been out for for a while because of the injury which he sustained. Then again, Reece James, of course, as you can see on your screen, he got an injury. As you see, he has some metal braces on his leg. Quick recovery. We hope to see you in the World Cup if you make that quick recovery. Then on the other end, in the Champions League, Chilwell got an injury. He sustained an injury, of which we are yet to know the real extent of that injury. But also for him, we wish him quick recovery. On the Arsenal side, what are the injury status? Is everybody back? Is everybody on form? Or
the injury man, Mr. Thomas Partey, is injury free, ready to fight with you. So. No excuses, no injury on the other side.
And he scored a replica goal of what a goal which he scored again. He has a signature way of scoring impressive goals.
Be careful.
The beauty about that is Kepa is back. Kepa Arrizabalaga is back. Not Kepa, Mendy's back. For him, you don't score him those long distance goals, but it is what it is. By the other injury status for Chelsea, Kepa also sustained an injury, so he will be out. So quick recovery to Kepa. Wow, Chelsea, we are faced with injuries, yeah? But that's not an excuse. So how are you looking at the defense lineup for Arsenal? Who are you seeing who will start at the defense?
Gabriel, Saliba, and
Ben White or Tomiyasu?
Ben White has been very much impressive, more than Tomiyasu. Tomiyasu right now is coming as a substitute.
Mm-hmm.
So with Ben White, Gabriel and Ben White,
Mm-hmm.
and then on this other side,
Who do you want to put? Martinelli, not Martinelli.
there's this guy.
Uh-huh.
But whichever the case, I think centre back Megales and Ben White, they'll be very much solid. On the other side is Koulibaly as well.
Koulibaly is back, yeah.
So if Koulibaly is back, I think they, apart from Chalobah, do you have any, apart from Chalobah and Thiago, do you have
any centre back?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we have Sar.
Not Ismaila. Malang. Actually, let me prefer Chalobah. So
yeah, Chalobah has been impressive, by the way, apart from the unfortunate displays which happens in football,
Mm-hmm.
like he scored an own goal, but it is what it is.
Definitely.
So, of course, for me, if you ask me about our backline, this is a match whereby I believe that Chalobah will still start alongside Koulibaly.
Mm-hmm.
Then on the flank, definitely Cesar Azpilicueta will have to start now that Reece James is absent.
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
Who replaced Ben Chilwell?
Ben Chilwell, Susurella will have to fly on the other flank.
Mm-hmm.
Mind you, Susurella is the one who will be marking Saka, so it's going to be a massacre. We all know how it's going to be. Then, of course, I'm preferring Potter to go with a 4-4-3-3 this time round because Susurella doesn't seem to play well with a 3-4-3 kind of system.
Mm-hmm.
So I really want him to embrace 4-4-3, 4-3-3, sorry, for us to have a competitive match.
Mm-hmm.
Zakaria was impressive in the Champions League. So was Raheem Sterling. I know criticism here and there, but he is coming up to speed. So he scored a good goal. So he will be starting, if you ask me. Of course, Kai Havertz should be in that squad. Mason Mount. For some reasons, I feel like we need to give Gallagher an opportunity to start. Then, of course, Kovacic and Loftus-Cheek. Aubameyang, for me, if you ask me, because of the emotions of this game, I will prefer him to start on the bench and to come in the second half because it will be a highly emotional match considering that he's a former player of Arsenal and he didn't leave Arsenal in a high or in a good space. So I'm looking at him starting from the bench so as to create that momentum for him to come and finish that game with a bang. So, Pogba, so logistically speaking, how are you looking at these teams arranging themselves? Where will this game be won at? Will it be defensively or in the midfield?
Always in the midfield.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm looking at this game actually with both mid. I think when I compare between the two, just to be honest, Arsenal's midfield is a bit solid now considering that Partey is back.
So we are talking of Partey and Granit Xhaka vis-a-vis Kovacic and Jorginho.
Definitely.
Or Kovacic and Loftus-Cheek.
I prefer Kovacic and Loftus-Cheek because Jorginho, to be honest, and actually Jorginho, he doesn't, not unless coming in to replace Loftus-Cheek maybe in the second half because of experience, but not to start.
So between the two duos, who are you picking? Are you picking the Granit Xhaka
and
Partey combination or the Kovacic versus Loftus-Cheek combination?
Granit and Partey, it's the solid one, just to be honest.
Then moving forward on the flanks, of course, you have Martinelli on this other side. On the other side, you might, or on the Chelsea side, you have Raheem Sterling. Where are you going?
I'll prefer that of Sterling, but Sterling on a good day he's good. But I hope he will turn up because this one is a big game actually.
On the right flank you have Saka. In Chelsea on the other side you have someone like Mount or Pulisic, depending with who will start.
Saka.
Going to Saka. Okay.
Kazipo.
At the front liners we have Kai Havertz and Aubameyang vis-a-vis Gabriel Jesus and
Martinelli.
No, Martinelli will be playing from the flank. Saka will be playing from the flank. So maybe we talk of Gabriel Jesus and Odegaard, because Odegaard playing as a false nine is number 10, trying to feed Gabriel Jesus.
Man, that's the little one. Odegaard, Gabriel Jesus. Maybe Gabriel Jesus might not score, but just to be honest, that's the little.
So guys, crazy game we have ahead of us. So we are all excited for this match.
Just before you continue, just to be honest,
Yes, please.
if right now we start to pick a combined squad of who might get into the first 11 of the other between Chelsea and Arsenal, Arsenal will dominate.
That's kind of true because of late they've been impressive. That's non-negotiable,
Definitely.
and we appreciate that. Yeah, because you see, if you were to compare somebody like Chalobah and Saliba, it's crazy. But anyway, it is what it is. So Pogba, let's shoot the shot. So how are you seeing this game ending?
Actually, this now that Chelsea will be at home, although Chelsea they have not been good somehow, they have been struggling to score, but they find the net, but they are struggling to find it. But now that since they will be at home against Arsenal, Arsenal will be the visitors. I'm expecting Chelsea to show up, at least give up a good fighting spirit. So I'll be going with 1-1.
1-1. My friend, this issue which happened against Manchester United should not repeat itself.
That's what they do in big teams, big matches.
This is a London derby. We are looking to get a winner. Who wants it more? Both teams want it more. Chelsea was toppled by Manchester United when Manchester United won. Newcastle are not giving the top 5 fight a good. They're not giving us rest. They are dominating. So clearly, for Chelsea to be able to continue having an impressive run, we must win because we don't have the fixtures that we have are crazy. So this is a must win for Chelsea, and I believe in Graham Potter, and I believe that this is a winnable match. Though Man City will be waiting for Arsenal to topple, so that to actually drop points for them to pounce. But it is what it is. So this is a match whereby, if you ask me as a neutral person, I'm afraid I'm also looking at a 2-2 draw. I'm afraid because manze nimeingiza njeve, but it is what it is because game itakuwa moto, itakuwa kali. But I'm hoping deep inside me as a Chelsea fan, I'm hoping and wishing that we win this match because it's been a minute since we won these big games.
Definitely.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
So, and as we end, by the way, let us remind you that the end of an era is coming. Barcelona's legendary player, Mr.
PK.
Gerard Piqué, will officially be playing his last match over the weekend, and he has confirmed that will be his official last match before he retires. He's a well-decorated player. Big up to Gerard Piqué. The guy has a lot of trophies under his belt. He's done immense work in Barcelona. The guy has how many Champions League, Pogba?
3.
The guy has how many Super Cups? 3.
3, right?
Yes. At the same time, he has 6 Copa del Rey. He also has 6 La Liga amongst other trophies. But as you can see from your screen, those are all his accolades that he's achieved so far. So we wish you well even as you retire. So go well, continue supporting, hoping to see you in the future as a coach. What do you think?
Yeah, definitely.
If you want to venture in that, we will be waiting to see you as football fans. But guys, thank you so much. Until next time, guys, we shall be out. But there's a final match which is coming. Wait for it. Wait.